Why do some sales professionals close their first deals within days while others struggle for months? Is it because they are more talented? Or is it because they have better products? Or is it because they know more than others? Not really. The difference is often strategy and not talent. Hi, I'm Dr. Femi Joshua, a real estate developer, founder FJ Global Properties, and the president of African School of Sales and Management. In today's video, I'm going to share 3 fastest ways to close your first deal. Whether you are into real estate or you're selling product or service or insurance or whatever product you have out there, at the end of this class, you will understand what it takes to close your first deals. And I'm not here this afternoon purely with head knowledge. As you've heard my introduction, I've been in sales for about 20 years. I've closed deals in thousands. I've closed deals in millions. So I'm not here just to come and share head knowledge. If you go online, you can see my book, The 48 Laws of Selling, where I've used that to train over 5,000 professionals in the last 5 years with proven track record. I'm here to share with you the things I have taught, the things I have practiced, the things that have helped me in the last 20 years as a sales professional. So if you are ready to close deals in millions, let's get started. So your first customers are friends, family, former colleagues, church members, schoolmates, even your social media contact. Why? These people already know you. And just like the popular saying that charity begins from home. So with these people, you don't need to start introducing and explaining yourself. Why? People buy from people. People buy from people they know, they like, they trust. So for you to be able to close your first deals, start conversation with the people that already know you. Make a list of 100 people in your network. Ask yourself, who might benefit from what I sell? 1. And who knows someone that might benefit from my product? This is one of the fastest ways to close your first deal. So number 2, focus on people with urgent needs. The easiest people to sell to, right, are people who already have a need. And that is why in sales process, that's what they call need identification. Connecting with people. For example, if you are into real estate and you want to sell land, you need to be able to connect and focus to people that actually need land or they need shelter where they can build. And if you are focusing on the diasporans, there are many diasporans out there that have labored abroad and they want to build assets back home. They are hungry for verifiable projects where they can put in their money. So these guys are ready to do business with you. And what that means is that you don't need to spend your time, energy, on resources, on prospects that will take you nowhere. So find people, right, who already have need. People who are hungry to invest either in your product or service or whatever you are doing out there. And how do you make this happen? Is by qualifying leads. And like I tell salespeople, assumption is the lowest level of knowledge. You can't assume that somebody needs a land if you don't ask qualified questions. For example, asking someone, sir, if you don't mind, what are your investment options? Or if you have opportunity to invest maybe in Abuja, what location will you prefer to invest in? And so say, oh yes, I think I prefer Katampe Extension or I prefer Wuye. So it means that you are able to qualify that person, and because you are able to qualify that individual, you can now give him or her your product to buy. So what that means is that for you not to waste time, energy, and resources on potential prospects that are going nowhere is what is called lead identification or need analysis. And once you're able to analyze customers' needs because they are hungry, they want to invest, you'll be able to sell to them. So if you're able to practice these guys, honestly, it'll be easier for you to make your quick sales. Number 3, follow up relentlessly. Most deals are not lost because prospects say no. Most deals are lost because sales professionals give up too soon. I can share my experience with you on this. People have asked me, how did I do it that I was able to close out bigger deals? And like I said, I have closed in thousands, I have closed deals in millions, and I've also closed deals in billions. But remember, I'm talking about following up relentlessly. When I was working with one of the leading telecom company in Nigeria in 2008, I had a deal to close that worth 516 million in revenue. So we've done all the presentation, we're just waiting. But because I have the knowledge of relentless following up, please mark my word, relentless, and be careful also that when you are following up, you don't become a nuisance value. So this executive, there are times I'll just walk into his office and say, "Oh, good afternoon, sir. As a family, hope everybody's fine." I'll just go in there, I'll just, gist with him, discuss so many things, but I will not mention that deal in our conversation. I will not. So following up also requires that you have to be very strategic. So oftentimes after my meeting with him, we say, "Oh, Femi, thank you very much for coming around. God bless you. But don't worry, we are still working on that deal." Do you know why? Anytime I show up, he will remember we have a pending deal. To cut that long story short, that's how I was able to close my first major deal in 2008 that worth 516 million naira. This is, you can verify this. If I mention the company name, you can verify the telecom company that I closed that deal with. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you need to learn how to strategically follow up and be careful so that you not become a nuisance value. I read about one of the salesmen that ever lived with the name Joe Girard. His name entered the Guinness Book of Record 12 consecutive times. And in his career, he was able to close 13,001 cars, retail, not wholesale, retail. So, people wondered how this guy's name entered the Guinness Book of Record for 12 consecutive times. And they interviewed him. Can you share with us the secret why you are able to consistently close deals? And he shared with them, he said, "I'm always showing up. Because anytime I show up, my client, my prospect will remember a decision." Or maybe friends or family or anybody have also talked to him about getting a particular car. So because there's this guy that's always showing up. So, and please mark my word, sometimes when I share about showing up does not mean, okay, how far with that deal now? No. Or following up, for example, some of you guys want to close big deals. You don't even have an idea of the birthday of that prospect or wedding anniversary or something peculiar about that person. So showing up does not mean that, or following up does not mean that every time you are asking how far. See, I have multiple examples of how I have closed deals in millions without necessarily saying, "Sir" or "Ma, how far about the deal?" So relentlessly following up must be strategic, because once you appear, you might not be able to reappear. So your appearance at all time is very key. Sometimes following up could even be maybe sharing some update or few things on your WhatsApp status. See, I have closed on this in the past, not by necessarily sending the message or sending direct message to the buyer, but because I know that the potential buyer is always checking my WhatsApp status. You know, there's a time I told a few of my friends that when I post anything on my WhatsApp status, there are some people that must see it. In fact, if they've not seen it, I will have to repost that content. Why? Because it's a strategy for me to follow up. If at the time somebody say for me, why is it that you are always sharing the same content on your WhatsApp? And I ask him, Oga, what's your business? Is it your WhatsApp status? It's my WhatsApp status. So there are people that must see a particular product. And once they see it, they remember that they need to do business with me. So guys, for you to effectively close your deals faster, you need to learn the strategy of effectively following up. But be careful not to become a nuisance value. Research shows that 80% of salespeople or sales professionals make one contact, second contact, and stop. Research shows that only 20% of sales professionals make up to like 12 to 14 contacts. And because they make up to like 12 to 14 contacts, they're able to close more. So the question is, how often do you follow up without becoming a nuisance value? So learn this principle. Within the shortest time, you'll be able to close out big. So just to wrap this up, start with people. Number 2, focus on people with urgent needs. And number 3, follow up, and follow up. Because the sooner you master these principles, right, the sooner you will stop prospecting and start closing deals. Do you know why? Almost doesn't count in sales. Oh, she almost closed the deal. Nobody will report almost for you. So if this video, guys, has actually helped you, like this video, share this video, and drop a comment. My first deal is coming in the comment. Trust me, your first deal is just by your door. Thank you. God bless you.